So I am supposed to have 10 minutes, and that says 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And given that 10 minutes is a very short period of time anyway, I intend to work on a 10-minute time because that's what I've timed. It is such a short presentation that I don't even have time to tell any of those affectionate Aussie US jokes that we like to tell when we're up here. But suffice to say, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to speak with you today. Many of you won't know much about Lynas. We're very different from many of the companies that are presenting today. We don't consider ourselves actually to be a mining company, although our value starts under the ground in Western Australia. We are well out of our startup phase, and if you have a look in the book, you'll see that our current market cap is in excess of about 1.6 billion. So today we stand as the second largest producer of NdPr in the world. NdPr is a lot easier to say than neodymium praseodymium. However, these are the magnetic materials in the light rare earth suite which are in great demand at present. We mine at Mount Weld in Western Australia. Our mine is the highest grade developed mine in the world. We have significantly improved, we then transport on rail to the port at Fremantle, from where we ship the material to our refinery in Kuantan on the east coast of Malaysia, which is where Gadans, my CFO, and I live. We have significantly improved all aspects of it. I'm the only blonde in Kuantan. We've significantly improved all aspects of our operations and are now producing at about 110% of original design rates, with no significant capital investment. We're currently implementing a further expansion to 40% of original design, 140% of original design at a very low capital cost of about $35 million. This is the benefit of our first mover advantage. We have the sunk capital and we can actually put capacity on faster and more cost effectively than anyone else in the market. We've spent the last 5 years concentrating on developing our operations to reach the position today where we are a reliable supplier of quality materials, and now we're extending our focus to drive total market growth. As I said earlier, we have the world's highest grade operating mine. Our mine life is over 25 years with a life of mine reserve grade of 10.8%. Our reserve grade cutoff is 4.5%. Other rare earths companies that you will look at will tell you that they actually have grade sitting at around about 4.5%. That's the good ones. Lots of them are at 1 to 2%. That tells you how much better our resource is. So our resource is favoured by grade and favoured by distribution of the various elements, each of which sells for different prices. The profile of the elements is well suited to today's market with a high proportion of NdPr, which is today's sexy rare earth product. 15 years ago, cerium was king, Nd was a byproduct. Today, Nd is king, cerium is a byproduct. So NdPr sells for around about $50 a kilo. Cerium sells for around about $2.50 a kilo. We currently blend to a mill feed of 16.5% rare earths and then process to a 38% concentrate. Our Mount Weld production facilities have been running safely for over 5 years. We've optimised our operations, and today we operate consistently at approximately 120% of original design. You can also see from these photos that the environment is pristine and all our operating processes and systems are designed to ensure it stays that way. I noted the earlier comments about environmental controls within China, and of course all of our competitors come from China. Our environmental and performance and our approach to sustainability in all parts of our operations set us apart from many of our competitors. Our rare earths plant in Malaysia is the largest single facility in the world, At design, it produces 22,000 tonnes per year, and with our Lynas Next project, which we're currently implementing, we will move that to 25,000 tonnes. We have 600 staff on site, 500 in operations, and we have increased the number of women who work in our plant from when I arrived having 50 in our business to now we have 115, with most of that increase being in our operating areas. I say this because managing diversity within our business is important and a key part of improving our overall business performance, because we are recruiting a better and a more talented team. And now a few words about the market. Simply, the market is growing. The products we produce are used in technologies which are essential to today's lifestyles. For those of you who are new to rare earths, the various materials have different characteristics. Some are optical, some catalytic, some magnetic. In today's market, the magnetic materials are the most valuable. Key end-use segments include automotive, in all the many small motors that are used in today's highly featured vehicles. I don't think anyone wound their window down today, did you? I don't think anyone pumped their brakes, and I don't think anyone wrenched their steering. And that's because your power steering is driven by a permanent magnet motor, as is the ABS system in your car, as is the device that puts your window up and down. And as we look to more featured vehicles, use in this area will grow. Tomorrow in electric vehicle powertrains, energy generation in the form of wind turbines, and in the electronics, appliance and automation markets. For those of you who don't know, when you close your iPad, guess what's made that happen? That would be a rare earth permanent magnet. So for many people, they don't know much about rare earths, but they interact with them every day. The other key products that we produce, lanthanum and cerium, are primarily used in catalytic applications, with once again a very strong presence in the automotive market. All ICE vehicles have a catalyst system to convert carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide. This catalyst is made from zirconium and cerium. Many of the products in which our materials are used make environmental promises to consumers, and it is essential that we, as an industry, live up to the expectations of those consumers. Market demand is strong, demand for Lynas materials is very strong, and there is great demand for a reliable rare earths company outside of China. We expect demand to continue to grow, and we are focused on growing with the market, not ahead of it, and wish to play a key role in supporting the development and adoption of new technologies. So, after several years of difficult conditions, the market is in pretty good shape, and our business is in great shape. We're now in a very good position. As I said, we're the second largest producer in the world. The largest producer consumes a lot of their material in their own downstream operations, so we are in fact the largest supplier to the free market. We are a reliable supplier. We have world-class environmental performance, world-class approach to sustainability, and products and services which are aligned to customer needs. We work a July to June year, so we released our results for the first 6 months of our financial year, and we're pleased to report a profit for the first time. You can see we produced EBIT of 63 million on 200 million revenue. In the past 6 months, we've also improved our balance sheet with a significant reduction in debt from $425 million US at the start of this financial year to about 185 million today. Our task now is to ensure that we can sustain this performance in future periods. So today, Lynas is a strong operating business with significant growth opportunities driven by total market growth. So what next? Well, we've recently announced a program, Lynas Next, and for 35 million, we'll be increasing our production of NdPr from design at 440 tonnes a month to 600 tonnes per month. The Lynas Next project has been fully scoped, including detailed planning and costing. Work has commenced on the project at both sites. We're very excited about it. The whole team is engaged. So the experience and success we have achieved as a team over the past years have shown we can expertly mine and process our rare earth ore. We have an excellent resource, a reliable and well-performing processing facility, an engaged customer portfolio, and an experienced and dedicated team. We offer you the opportunity to invest in a substantially de-risked business whilst gaining exposure to growth markets.
Thank you, Amanda.